Oops,
Aleve, ibuprofen.
I can't take ibuprofen, and I'm allergic to most pain medications. So.
Yeah, I don't take pain medication, but
I don't like the pain medications at all. I don't like the way it makes me feel or anything. I'm not a good pain medicine person.
after my surgery, I'm like, I don't want to take that, so what else could I take? And it was all just the acetaminophen, because they didn't want me taking Aleve or any other stuff. And I went back to the doctor and like, the only thing that helps my knee is the Aleve. What can I do to take that? And they gave me permission as long as I take it with food and take it in.
Well, right, because that's what happened to me. I had
Eats up your stomach. My stomach ain't that big anymore.
my stomach's been messed up ever since I was on all that. So now I can't take any of that. Not fun. No, because now I can't ever take a leave or whatever when I want to or need to.
They can't give you an acid to take with it to kind of help coat stuff.
Yes, but because it's the ulcer that it caused is so severe that I take it and it's almost
You're
like
just going to be in pain, miserable, so not worth it.
exactly on top of whatever
Yeah,
pain you're already trying to.
not worth it. Yeah.
So yeah, no, not worth it. Luckily for me, Tylenol tends to help at least take the edge off.
Well, that's good.
Tramadol and Darvocet are awesome when needed.
Yeah, I avoid those like the plague.
Yeah, I can take that if I have to. Like when I first did it, I did, and then not until yesterday did I take another one because I was doing really good, and then Sunday and Monday was horrible. Today is much better. So far, it's only been Tylenol. It's trying to be a painful to go to sleep tonight.
No, it's not. I don't know if we're leaving. Okay, we're ready to go. I'd like to call the meeting to order, the Mchenry Township Budget Workshop at 5:30 on February 22nd. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, will the clerk take the roll, please?
Okay, Supervisor Barlow,
Here.
Trustees Checkler,
Here.
Macredo,
Here.
Bendenagel,
Here.
Yeager, absent. It's all yours.
All right. Item number 4 is approve the meeting minutes from the February 16th meeting. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I have a motion to discuss.
Motion to discuss.
Should they have a motion in a second to open it up for discussion and action?
You make a motion to open and discuss the minutes.
Michelle,
Second the motion. It's a
And John will
discussion.
second it.
Well, however you want to do this, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's discuss.
Discussion on the meeting minutes.
On the second page, underneath 1, 2, 3, 4, under the fourth highlighted, it says Administrator Macredo. And the next line says, she went over the grant for the bus service. If you read that, it appears that Mary Mahady said that. I mean, that's the way I read it. Because we're still under discussion of Mary Mahady. When it was Debbie that went over the I asked a question about the bus grants, and then Debbie brought us up to date on that.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
where we at?
So we're here, so all this was Mary, and we come to Administrator Macredo, asked if there were any questions. So maybe a note in there that just says, no further questions for the administrator, and then the assessor, Administrator Macredo went on to ask if there were any questions. Something just to delineate that the assessor's conversation ended.
That's why I have Administrator Macredo.
I'm sorry. That's okay.
Thank you. I looked at my emails.
I mean, we brought up the bus service, if we're going to get the grants, and if we included the 30,000 in this budget, and we did not, and I believe that's what that conversation was about. It just appears that Mary Mahady's the one that answered that question, it's all honest.
Oh, change, oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's,
We might change bus to.
yeah, dropping that.
Looks like-
But instead of she, put, just change the word she to Administrator Recruiter went over the grant for the buses. That's all that's, right?
Yeah, that's fine, I'm okay with that.
So just cross
As long
out
as we
she.
get just what was said.
Yeah, just cross out she and then rewrite Administrator Recruiter, replace it.
Bus doesn't need to be capitalized. Looks like bus forward.
Correct. In this administrator, would that be trustee?
She asked Administrator.
No, but I mean, in the notes, it says Administrator Macredo, wouldn't it be trustee Macredo?
No, it was me.
It was her.
It was
Oh,
me.
okay, all right,
Not you.
my bad. Tony Macredo.
That's about it. Then Trustee Macredo asked about the bid for the outside services for grass.
Gotcha, now I understand what I mean.
So a transfer, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so the only change would be take C, cross that out, put Administrator Macredo. And then that's it. So do I have a motion to approve, well, I don't need another motion.
No.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as adjusted.
Right, that, you just gotta change the motion.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So I have a second on that motion.
A second.
Okay, and you'll second it. All those in favor of the motion? Say aye. Aye. All those who say nay? All those who abstain?
Aye.
All those, so the motion passes, there was 3. Okay, so we got through the meeting minutes, you'll make those changes. And,
You want me to go over the changes?
yeah, just go, if you'll go over
Okay, so
the
you
town
guys, I
fund.
took out in the revenue, the 30,000, so it reduced it down to 20,000.
That was the bus.
And then if you look at the assessor's page, was the only other one where we really had a change, is I removed the 7,500 in overtime and put it into regular salaries.
Yep,
And since it was already figured out as a salary item, it didn't affect the figure money because that was already included.
yep.
And so those were the changes you guys asked for. They were made. They are reflected on the first page, the budget cover sheet. You will see that, I didn't highlight them in purple, I apologize, but the revenue changed. And then you'll see that the assessor, no, I'll stay, just your revenue change.
Yeah, the revenue reduced by
Right.
30,000. Nothing changed in the
Otherwise,
assessors
yeah,
because you're
nothing
just moving
changed
the
because we
money
just
around.
moved it.
Right.
So we're all good.
Okay.
Now, when you guys go to, when you have the budget and appropriation hearing to approve the final budget, you will have all updated numbers up to that date, just so you know.
Okay. Review and discuss general road and bridge. There were no changes from the
Right.
time that Jim came in, so there's nothing there. Set a date for the BAO hearing, town There's been a lot of dates thrown around. I think we settled on the 31st of March or the 28th of March. Which one is?
Whatever that last week in March is, March 28th through the 31st.
So there's a couple ways to skin this cat. One is I'm going to be out of town for the April meeting, so I would prefer to hold it earlier while I'm here, so that if there are any questions, I can answer the questions, and that's why I'm asking for an earlier BAO meeting, budget appropriation meeting. So that last week of March work with everybody, or?
And we can get it done, because we can get it published in whatever for 30 days prior. Because we have to give 30-day notice, so that last week of March will work.
So it would be what, the 31st then?
The
last day?
31st is a Thursday. If you guys are okay with that, that would probably be
They
the
give us
best.
the longest time.
That works for me.
Right,
Okay.
and that works for Neil. So if everybody's on board for the 31st, that's what you want to vote on.
Mark seems to have a problem with Tuesday, so I think
Okay.
Thursday is
Okay.
perfect too.
And that would be for the regular meeting, we're just moving it up?
No, we can't. It's
No,
already,
you can't.
So
it's already
So just to
set.
clarify what the 31st is for, it's for the budget?
This is just for the budget and appropriation hearings, yes.
So that's, the public can come in and provide comment at that point in time, as they could with these budget workshops. Well, we would accept the conversation. And,
Right. Okay.
They can come in and can have two-way dialogue regarding the budget
And you
and
can
appropriations.
still make changes at that meeting if
Correct.
you want.
And then after that meeting, correct, it has to be posted for 30 days? No,
You
so
don't have
this
to
is,
repost.
okay, it's already been posted.
It's already been posted, it's all done. If there is a change to be made, it can be made at that meeting and approved at that meeting.
Okay.
So if there's a last minute change, it can be done.
That is a couple days before the, what's the meeting called?
The annual
The annual
meeting.
meeting, there you go.
The annual meeting is on April 12th, because that's 2 weeks later. And then our regular meeting is on April 14th. So the Tuesday and the 14th. Now, the annual meeting is for the electors,
But we can still come.
correct.
Did they add
It's
any-
encouraged to,
did they add anything to the agenda yet?
no. And then April 14th will be our regular board meeting.
So we need a motion, do we need a motion
You
for
need a
the three?
motion with a date and time,
Okay, so, okay. And we have 2 hearings to set.
correct.
So I guess I'll need a motion for the town fund and the town fudge BAO on March 31st, 5:30? Or, okay, 5:30,
I'll make a motion
okay.
to set the meeting for the town on 5:30 on the 31st.
Okay, anybody have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? No nays, ayes have it.
That's a Thursday, right?
Yeah. So that one's been set, the town fund's been set. Then, need a motion for the, general road and bridge and permanent hard road fund, budget and appropriations, 6 o'clock. I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? None? Motion passed. So I think we're set there. Any board comments? So at that meeting, well, actually, when we go into our regular April meeting, you'll get a big copy of the budget, so you can follow along through the year where we started from. I think it's a great idea, by the way. And then you'll have numbers that, for like the reserves and things of that nature, that it will be more accurate. That's all that is.
Following your thought process.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see that throughout the year, when you look at that budget though, it'll tell you how much has been spent. There's a percentage of what's been spent. So depending on how the money gets moved around, there'll be negatives throughout the year. Okay.
I think it's.
That shows on a monthly basis if
Yeah.
anything is changed or moved.
Yeah.
You should be able to recognize that if you follow it from one report to the next.
For me, I think it's gonna be easier starting it and seeing it all the way through instead of coming in at the end.
Oh, you mean this budget?
Yeah, to watch the
Yeah.
budget go through a full year cycle versus.
Yeah, you'll
coming in
get your
halfway
first
through.
complete one of the new budget at the
Yeah.
end of March, so it'll be April, at the April meeting.
Yep.
No, I'm saying that wrong. It'd be at the July meeting,
July.
you'll have your first quarter
Right.
budget.
Yeah.
If
For all the
that's,
stuff we talked about at the last meeting.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So if there's no comments, we can
That's my plate.
move on to public comment. I don't
I
believe there's
do
anybody.
have one
Yeah, go ahead.
comment we talked about earlier. I just want to make sure everyone's aware of it. I asked
Oh,
Gary,
yeah.
and there's a law, it's a short window. I forget what date this law ends, where we could actually transfer funds from GA to town,
Back to town.
back to town. And the window's up here with the next month or so, so I asked them to put on the agenda to take a look at their law and transfer money from the GA into the town fund. We could always transfer it back to GA, but this is a very limited time where we could transfer from GA back to town.
So how I looked at that is it gives us more flexibility with our cash flow because it's easier to go back to GA than it is to get it from GA.
Yeah, you're
I
not.
think you know that,
able
Neil,
to
once
really-
once it's there, it's not done.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's something that's being looked into?
Me and Debbie went through that law about 3 weeks ago, and I forgot the date.
Yeah.
I don't remember the dates.
That applies.
Yeah, it's the first time they've ever allowed it to even happen. So, and there is a short time frame. But it could be to the end of the month, I don't know. We'll have to look and see.
Would that require a special meeting to do that?
If it comes down to it, it might, but we could probably do it.
No,
right
it wouldn't
before
be a
the meeting.
special meeting, you would, as long as it's on the agenda, you can
can
vote
do
on
that.
it there.
But if the date is in,
Well,
Oh, you mean if the date's before the next
meeting.
March meeting?
Yeah.
Yes, then we might have to call a special meeting.
Then you would have to call a special
Okay.
meeting, yes.
that would be my only concern, is that if it's the end of
The only-
February, which
I
is
would-
Monday,
Right.
Right.
versus the end of March, or
And
March
we have a
15th.
meeting in March, well, 2 meetings in March, so in March.
Yeah.
Let me take a look really quick and see if I can get a quick answer.
It's not in the handbook, because the handbook's a little older than
Yeah, no.
this year.
There's one of the, it's in one of the perspectives.
If you look back at the series of those handbooks, it all depends on what was hot in that,
Mhm.
when that was written.
Right. I was reading one of those perspective magazines, and they changed the law for statement of economic interest. We have to file every year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also,
I don't think we filed it this time, because we couldn't, because of COVID, right?
no, we filed with, when we ran for office.
Oh, yeah, we ran.
But I think we still have to file in April, is it?
Yeah, it's coming up.
It's coming up, and then, what was the other one? Oh, the Open Meetings Act is now
Correct.
open on the internet, so.
Is it?
Yeah, we
better
need
do
to, I
that.
read that the other day, it's now open, so we need to go out and complete that course on the Secretary of State's, or,
Website.
yeah,
Yeah. It's quick and easy.
yeah. And you gotta turn your certificate in, Debbie or Flo, and they'll make sure we
Yeah.
keep the record of it.
Yeah, that's
Just send me that info.
Oh, okay,
I've
yeah.
never done that.
There's a link,
Okay.
I nearby, it's,
You just send it to me and then I'll.
yeah.
Yeah, send us a link here.
It works.
I can do it.
Thank you.
All right, the township board,
That is one capability, I do have.
Hitting send.
It's getting a link into an email.
Paste.
All right, no later than 1 year after the effective date of the amendatory act.
That's the one. It was passed.
The township that had not certified a new levy or an increase in the levy during calendar year 2015. No money is transferred under this subsection shall be considered to determine whether the township qualifies for statement. It doesn't tell you exactly when.
How long was the law passed?
Doesn't, all it says is the Township Board of Gray Township in White County may approve by a resolution or an ordinance transfer of
I
money.
don't think that's the right one.
I don't think so. It just-
That's an ILCS? I mean, is that a part of the township code?
Yeah, this is
Or is that
under
just
the General Assembly.
It was a General Assembly law.
Oh.
It's ALCS 1/235/20.
It's not. I'll look up tomorrow.
It's not giving me the specifics.
Is there a date on that General Assembly? Was it, which one? 101st? 100th? Because they're in the
Okay, on this
102nd
at all.
right now, aren't they? Or that's,
This says 1/1/16 effective date.
That's not it.
That's not the right
No.
one.
well, what we can do is we can take a motion to adjourn and we can continue to look this up.
Yeah, right.
So if we get a motion to adjourn,
I'll make that motion.
you know,
I'll second.
Michelle? All those in favor of closing the meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion passes, meeting closed at?
5:49.
Correct. Thank you, Danny.
Did everyone see there's a meeting next Thursday via Zoom?
Pardon me?
No.
Next Thursday is a Zoom meeting with Tuama.
Okay.
Actually, that's funny, Mouse got that invite.
All right, I just found it. It's a resolution that the board would have to put forward for a transfer of funds